So this just in, generals are warning of a divide in the military and a possible civil war that is on the horizon in the next U.S. coup attempt. And when would this be? Three retired U.S. generals, they warned in a chilling column Friday that another coup attempt in America in the year of 2024, which is 2024, could divide the military and plunge an unprepared nation into civil war. So with the country still as divided as ever, we must take steps to prepare for the worst, wrote the former Major General Paul Eaton. He's a former brigadier, General Stephen Anderson, and a former Army Major General, and Antonio Taguba. So, as the nation nears the first anniversary of the Capitol riot, the generals are increasingly concerned about the aftermath of this 2024 presidential election that could take place and the potential for a lethal chaos inside our military, which would pull all Americans at severe risk. It will put them at severe risk. So everybody would be at risk, they wrote in the Washington Post. So in short, we are chilled to our bones at the thought of the coup succeeding next time, they added. So the next time could be far more cataclysmic if members of the military throw in with those who want to overthrow the government. The generals have warned this. So without constant maintenance, the potential for a military breakdown mirroring societal and political breakdown is very, very real. So this is what the trio has noted. And so this is the setting the stage. We were basically, what is saying, we were at a dress rehearsal or a short glimpse of what chaos could unfold, but it would be a lot more worse and most Americans would be at risk. And so a disturbing number of veterans and even active duty military members took part in this attack on the Capitol. And so think about it, these people are military trained. And so the potential for the total breakdown of the chain of command along with partisan lines is significant should another insurrection occur, they added. So in a contested election with loyalty split, some might follow orders from the rightful commander-in-chief, while other rogue units might follow the triumphing loser, okay, or Trumpian loser. And so it is not outlandish to say a military breakdown could lead to a civil war, the generals have warned. So basically, this is forewarning of what could come if a next coup actually happens, so or returns. So the lack of military preparedness for the aftermath of 2020 election was striking and worrying. Trump's acting defense secretary Christopher Miller testified that he deliberately withheld military protection of the Capitol before January 6th. The generals have noted this. And so that can't happen again, they emphasize. So military leaders can't wait for elected officials to take adequate action to prepare for the next time. So not a single leader who inspired the last attempt has been held to account, the generals have noted. So think about that. So the Pentagon must act now to reinforce unity of command and the order of an immediate civics review for all members, uniform and civilian, on the Constitution and electoral integrity, and the generals urge this. And in a particularly dark scenario, the generals recommended that the Defense Department war game the next potential post-election insurrection or coup attempt to identify weak spots. So everyone, they urge, must show more urgency. And so this is basically part of the article. And you're going to see Mitch McConnell right here, who's a Republican. You see still photos of the January 6th Capitol insurrection. And then you see what it says: Meadows protects pro-Trump people. Email may explain military reluctance to deploy the troops. And so this is not good. And so House panel to ID Republican lawmakers newly linked to January the 6th turmoil. Blueprint for a coup bared in House probers report on Mark Meadows warns columnists. So, player in PowerPoint election overthrow plot reportedly talked often with Mark Meadows. And so that's basically gives you like an indication that that's the reason why when we were seeing the January 6th Capitol insurrection, that you notice it looked like they were able to get past those little flimsy barriers. I feel they were flimsy. And that there had to be somewhat some inside people that were working with some of those people to allow them to get past those barriers and to also not have as much security, and then for them to do what they did to the people who were trying to keep it secure, to just be that bold and brazen to go up in there and do what they did. So you always got to look at, okay, who's on the inside that could have also um, encouraged a lot of this to continue. So this is the warning right here, y'all. So this is an early warning of what could possibly happen in 2024. And who knows? We don't know if something could happen even prior to that, because right now there's a huge surge in this new virus, and a lot of these things kind of, they go together. When it's a lot of chaos, a lot of tragedy, people tend to take advantage of those situations. And that's when you have all of this going on, political divides. And it's even more so now than ever before, because a lot of things have taken a turn, but it can still take even a more greater turn for the bad, when you have people that are running the government. And you saw what happened in January 6th. It's not like it can't happen again, but even like far more worse than what we saw. And so hopefully we won't have to look at this, but the way things are going and the way people are still so much divided is very uncertain.